Hello and welcome back. I am joined by my co-host, Bio. Bio, how are you doing today?
Meh.
Meh?
I'm not gonna lie, I was trying to come up with some smart-ass reply, and all I heard was crickets, so I was like, meh.
So you are doing meh. Okay. Meh it is indeed. Well, I'm doing dandy, like always. Can't hate on what's not broken, so... So, week 3 concluded. And now the seedings have been, set for the major tournament coming up next week. Any surprises to you this coming week, this past weekend, Bio?
Could you do me a favor and remind me what day Friday was?
The 21st? Oh, sorry, hold on. I'm looking at something different. Oh my god.
It wasn't the 18th, was it?
It was the 18th, yes it was.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, this weekend went by pretty quick, actually.
Well...
Yeah, 18th, 19th, and 20th.
Is this schedule thing wrong then on here?
Why?
Because, the 18th, the Optic Texas versus Toronto Ultra, that was the one where Shotzi, used his, the wrong barrels and shit, and I thought we had talked about that last week.
No.
No? Okay. I don't know. I'm, like, all sorts of freaking, like, confoozled right now.
What?
Alright. Huh?
No, okay, never mind.
I'm confused.
Oh, I was like, who speaks like that? Sorry, I don't know how... Yeah, never mind. Okay, let's...
Shut the fuck up before you go and say something you're liable to regret.
Oh, what are you gonna do? Team kill me in hardcore? Ooh. Payback's gonna be a bitch. Just know that.
I'll use a grenade next time.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then
sorry. I totally. That was meant for to go around that doorway.
Oh, just wait until we play rank and get you kicked out of your match.
Well, anyway. All right.
All right. Well,
I'm checking something real fast.
Okay.
On the Cdl website here. Hold on a second.
Okay. As you guys know, and as you guys saw, rank play came out. I have. It's great that it came out. It's just that there's like a disconnect, I guess, per se, between how MP plays and how League plays are totally different. Like, you have the super tryhard sweats that actually want to improve and want to play objective and not kiss ass and play TDM on a S&D match or on a control map or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Do you have the bracket information pulled up?
I can.
Because I just went into the CDL website, and they have, like, day one, but they don't have, like, who got into losers and that type of thing. So when we get to that point, that's what I was looking up there.
Okay, yeah, because I know it's not on the website or on the Call of Duty app.
I think I've seen it on Twitter, but unfortunately, well, no. Fortunately, Mickey Mouse is entertaining my kids. In order to do so, he requires my phone.
I do have a bracket.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah, I only have winners though. I don't have losers. Because losers is to be determined.
Well, no, like what teams already got pre-qualified into losers is what I was looking for.
Oh, okay, I got that. I mean, it should be 3 of them should be fairly simple.
Yeah. Let's not talk about that, okay?
I mean, what? Do you want me to call out the team that is obviously at the bottom?
Paris Legion?
Yeah, who else am I talking about? Like, I mean, as our viewers know. Oh, and by the way, sorry, let me cut in here real quick. I'd like to thank everybody who's came by, watched our Twitch video and our YouTube video. You guys are great. Thank you so much. Goated like always. Thank you. And as our viewers know, there's only one team that's been doing really, really, really bad. Yeah. So, on that note.
Just as a heads up to everybody listening, I know we're off to kind of like a scattered start, but
yeah, we are.
It's going to be a little bit difficult to do predictions for the major next week, just because we don't know who is going to, go down to losers and all that fun shit. So how we do? Are we doing predictions this week, Vic? Or are we just going to let that slide, or?
Well, we could give what, just what we think. This is tough. It is tough. I guess for fun, we won't count this. If we want to, we can. We don't have to. We'll discuss further.
I mean, I'd love to do predictions for the major. I think that'd be kind of fun, but without knowing the full breakdown here, I don't know. I don't know what else to do.
Okay.
So
let's skip it for now for the first major, and then we'll try to gauge for the next one.
Well, we can at least do Thursdays, March 3rd's the first day of it. We can probably go and do that. At least that way we got something. Okay. All right, I'm ready to start going down the list here when you are.
Okay. Do you have any thoughts on ranked play? Or did you want to talk about ranked play? If not, that's okay. We can just.
I'm kind of in agreement with you. Like, they're just something feels off.
It's the maps. It's the maps. It's when I was playing, in the whatchamacallit, in ranked, there's like a different chemistry that goes into playing the game. Like, it's not like, okay, you die and then you move on, and then like there's something like, granted, yes, it is weighted. You have your skill rank, all that plays into account. It's definitely different from last year. It's just the maps. I feel like it's the maps that are off for me.
Well, the maps are garbage. I don't think Casablanca. I haven't even played it. I don't even know if it's in there or if that's a bug. It's hard to tell what's a bug and what isn't. But if Casablanca is in there, it shouldn't be. At least not for respawns. If you want to put it in there as an S&D map, okay, go right ahead. If you want to put it in there as a control map, it's kind of iffy, but it shouldn't be in as hardpoint. It shouldn't. I'm sorry, but yeah, the maps feel off. We know they're not put together well. Just by watching, the pros freaking do it. And if the pros are struggling to, cap B point on Gavutu, what's a bunch of non-pro weekend warriors going to do? And I'd say my other biggest gripe, too, is ranked play almost forces you to have a group of 4. almost. Because sometimes you'll get, squatted up with a bunch of good guys that play the objective, and, do what they're supposed to do. But then you also get the games where, like you said, they treat it like it's a glorified TDM. Let's just rush out, get kills, and whatnot like that. And then when things go poorly, we're just going to blame it on the other guys because, God forbid we do anything wrong. That's specifically towards those two dickheads that we played with during our qualifiers, where they drop the bomb and go running. This is on Desert Siege. So they planted, was it B-bomb? B-bomb's Desert Side, right?
Yes.
Okay, so they planted B-bomb and then ran over towards train side. Meanwhile, Vic got taken out, I think, relatively early in that one.
Yep.
Then, let's go player 2, I guess, because it was me and Vic running together, and then it was 2 other people running together. Well, player 2 got taken out. So, the other guy that's left with me drops bomb, runs over to fucking train side, leaves me hanging high and dry over on desert side with 2 players alive. Sniper in the fucking sand dune area thing. If you play the map, you know what I'm talking about. And then another guy on the fucking bomb. And as soon as we lose that match, they're sitting there cussing us out because, nobody checked bomb. And it's like, well, what the fuck am I supposed to do when you're over there fucking jerking off? Well, I've got 2 people over here. One of them's a fucking sniper. What am I supposed to do? Drop down and hope to God the sniper misses? Just to get the dude off bomb? I don't think so. You plant the fucking bomb, you post up, and you help watch the damn thing. You don't go running off after for kills. But, what do we know? So,
we at least have some common sense on how to play the game. Like, clearly they just...
do you see fucking, like, a Beezy, Standy? Do you see any of these fucking guys dropping bomb and then just hauling ass and running around the fucking map going for kills? They're all fucking standing there, watching the bomb, watching the angles, playing as a fucking team. I would rather you go fucking negative, but sit there and help watch the bomb, maybe get the occasional kill, or weaken the other guy enough for us to just finish him up, then have you walk out of there with, 13-3 KD, but we lose all around because you couldn't be bothered to, stop what you're doing and watch the damn bomb.
Like, there's a method to play these games. Like, it's not just, let me go do willy-nilly whatever the hell I want. Like, no. Like, there's strategy to this game. And for them just to do that's a gripe. I'm like, bro, come on. You guys are... Seriously?
So,
and then I called out...
gripe.
And then I was doing call-outs, and and I guess they couldn't hear me or whatnot or whatever. They chose not to hear me, and I was like, okay, this is great. Do you fuck off? I'm done.
Well, I mean, see, and this is what screws us over is the fact that we know how to play it. Other people, I'd say 75% of players, because I mean, let's face it, it's very rare that you get a team that is able to go in there and fucking just slaughter. All right. 75% of the players treat ranked play as nothing but glorified fucking TDM. And let's not get started on the guys that go and get bomb instead of going and making their way towards a bomb site. We're going to go and we'll use Desert Siege just because that seems to be, an easy map to reference. They'll go and run into a fucking middle building, whether they camp the bottom floor or the top floor, and then they'll just fucking sit up there. It's like, dude, plant the fucking bomb. Force the enemy team to start moving. We can then pick them off on their crossing routes. We can go and pick them off when they're trying to get the bomb defused. But no, we're just going to fucking sit up here and jerk ourselves off in the corner.
Yes, of course.
That's
how it's supposed to... Like,
And that's the thing that pisses me off. It's like, why bother wasting our time going into league play or ranked play? It was league play last year, but, ranked play. Why bother going into ranked play if your rank and everything else is totally dependent upon these people that treat ranked play as I'm out for me alone. I'm going out for fucking kills. I'm not going to play the objective. I'm not going to, Now I'm getting fucking penalized. I'm trying to enjoy the game mode for what it is, or ranked play for what it is, and we can't do it. We can't enjoy it because, again, we've got, somebody over here thinking he's fucking Dirty Harry, and let's go and let's make stupid pushes. Let's go and fucking, camp in a goddamn building or just run off after people for fucking kills. Instead of, hey, let's stack A point, capture that quick, gives us more time to apply pressure at B. This is Gavutu I'm envisioning right now. Let's go and then we can go and apply more pressure at B. We can go and get flanking routes going towards B. We can actually start doing something. And it's not, there's also other issues too where, there's some bugs and whatnot like that. Like you'll go and launch into a game, your classes are all set up, you launch in there, oh hey, this gun's actually illegal, or, this attachment is illegal. Well, that's fine and dandy, but it wasn't illegal. It allowed me to select it and all that freaking crap. So, I mean, there's a bunch of gripes you can make here, depending upon how you want to look at it. My biggest gripes are the idiot teammates that you have to deal with 75% of the time, some of the bugs, but the number one has to be the fucking maps. It'd have to be maps, idiot teammates, and bugs. I can deal with bugs. But idiot teammates and shitty maps.
But the bugs are coming to be fixed, so.
Well, yeah. So I could deal with a bug, okay, as long as it's not like a game-breaking thing. But the maps need adjustment. They need adjustment.
Yeah, there's just something off about them. I don't know what it is.
Well,
you can't pinpoint it. But
what fucking map is it? It's a hard point map.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hard point map.
Berlin.
And nope, it's not Berlin.
Tuscan.
Might
Gavutu?
be. I think it's Tuscan, and I think it's Bocage.
Okay.
Definitely, I think it's Tuscan, as a matter of fact. I don't know if you noticed this over the games over the weekend, but God, I wish I knew the spawn point locations. Unfortunately, when you go into regular MP, the map, it feels like the game only picks the same 3 maps, so I can't tell you what A spawn and C spawn is. But it feels like the spawn that is not Churchside. Do you know what I'm talking about? Fountainside is the one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It seems like Fountainside is able to get to P1 faster than Churchside is. Now I might be thinking about the wrong map here, but I noticed that consistently it was whichever team had, a certain spawn was able to get to these points quicker. And then when they flip spawns for some of the modes, like say Control and S&D, I guess you could make a slight point to. But when they switch the spawns, the other team, because at first I was like, oh, maybe the other team's running, to get there, to get those early points, because that is kind of a crucial thing. Maybe they're running, different perks of their guns and stuff like that, and then as soon as they get off, it's okay, let's go and switch over to, our main class or something like that. But it seems like the other team is also able to get there just as quickly. I don't know. I might be reading into it. I might be totally like off the reservation on this. It just does not feel right, and the maps need tuning.
Piggybacking on what you're saying about the whole getting to the point faster, there are teams that do have classes and setups that'll make them run a lot faster to get to the points faster, and then once they get there, they'll switch out their loadout and use whatever they're going to use for that duration of that game. It's just those initial 5 seconds, 3 to 5 seconds, which might not seem like a lot, but in hardpoint, it means a lot.
But see, that's what I'm getting at. Is okay. So, they don't do. God, you almost missed the. I'm thinking domination. Never mind. But like let's take control for instance. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm totally like fucking lost right now because I can't. That's the things I cannot tell which map I'm wanting to reference here because they all have issues.
Oh, of course, they all have their own issues.
I just feel like I got like a lot of shit that I want to say, but I'm not able to
articulate
spit it out.
Yeah.
So, when it boils right down to it, it's all the maps have freaking problems, and the players like me and Vic, and we're not sitting here saying we're sitting here saying we're the best, that we should be on fucking Atlanta phase here. No,
I wish.
Okay, let's go with something a little bit more realistic. We're not saying we should be on Paris Legion here, but
still, even I'd wish.
I'm pretty sure we'd actually be better than what's currently on there, but that's not here nor there.
I digress.
That's right. If Temp is listening to this, I challenge you to a fucking 1v1, bud. It's never gonna happen.
Oh, Temp would dog your shit.
If he fucking sends me an invite, it's like, you want to throw shit? Let's go. I'm gonna be like, oh fuck.
I could see if I could make it happen on Twitter. Like this man talking shit about you, bro, saying you garbage. I'm kidding.
Oh, don't even go there. Don't even go there. You better add into that freaking tweet. I think you're garbage too. Then he can take us both on and whoop our asses at the same time. But anyway, I digress. I feel like it is totally unfair that we get penalized because our idiot teammates decide to fucking go and play TDM.
I guess it's just the way that I guess the perception of ranked play, that everybody is under their own impression of this is how it should be played, which I guess you gotta look at like everything. It's an accumulative thing. You're supposed to work as a team, not solo. Well,
see,
I mean, I ran a couple of matches of ranked play the other day alone, and I matched up with some people that we had comms and everything, and sometimes it worked and sometimes it didn't. So then we'd start thinking, okay, what should we do? So we'd talk in between game and shit. So it's just what it comes down to. What I think is just who you get. So, as you said at the beginning, yes, ideally it's best if you just have 4 friends, run it up.
You could make it work. Make it work with 3. Okay, so you got one guy that's off fucking doing kills and shit. Okay, have at her. We still at least got 3 other people that can hop on points. We got 3 other people that can watch bombs, assuming, somebody doesn't try to get all snipe happy and get picked off right away.
You trying to say something there?
If you think that was about you,
I'm watching you. I'm watching you. Just be ready. Just be ready. It's all
you are not fucking out here. You are not out here where I live. I guarantee that it's too cold for you,
bro. You're too cold. Nick, he think 5 degrees is cold for me. You have no
actually
idea.
we're below 0 here, bud.
Okay, that's fine. That's perfect weather for me. I walk out of in my t-shirt and shorts and be like, "What up?" And be hot as hell.
I go and
But
open my
anyway.
door. Your ass had better be standing on my fucking porch. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
But anyway, you could make rank play work with 3. What I feel like what they should do, and unfortunately there's no way that it can be done, is like look at Apex Legends and how their ranked play is now. Granted, I haven't played Apex in quite a while. I think Warzone's the better BR, but you know that's all about preference. Okay, but
oh, so you're saying Caldera is a better Warzone or the better BR?
No, Caldera is a map. Warzone itself and its implementation of what the fuck is the word? Keep wanting to say like game ability. It's like game abilities, what you can do like plating, stuff like that. That stuff I feel works better than what Apex is. Okay, that's why I like being able to be like, okay, I broke this guy, I can go and freaking put it, like Tim the Tat Man said. Okay, he was saying that one of the reasons he didn't like it is it felt like Apex was a dance where you'd break this other guy's shield, then you'd have to freaking try to move up a little bit, he'd re-shield and whatnot like that. With Warzone, I broke this fucker's shield, I'm just gonna bum rush his ass, or I'm gonna snipe his ass if he's out in the open. But, you know...
As he replays.
Getting back to my point. Ranked play covers everything, I believe, from solos all the way to quads, correct? Or do they even do solos?
For what?
Apex.
Yes.
Okay. So ranked play covers solos all the way to quads. That's what needs to be done here. Problem is they modeled this after the fucking CDL, and you have to have a minimum 4-player squad, and you have to play the 3 game modes that they selected. Ranked play works great in games like Apex. It would work great in Warzone if they ever added the damn thing. Nobody here plays Fortnite, so I couldn't tell you if that has a ranked play or not.
I believe it does.
And PUBG is just, you know, PUBG, nobody really plays that much anymore, I guess. So, but what I've had experience with when it comes to Apex is the rank system in there, it works. The rank system in Call of Duty, it's busted. It's busted because you're totally dependent upon your teammates to play the objective. Apex, there is no objective. It is go here, collect loot, get to the next fucking zone before the collapse, kill anything in your way, rinse and repeat. They don't have to worry about planting bombs. They don't have to worry about capturing points. They don't have to fucking worry about holding down an area and getting anywhere from 0 to 60 points. That's why ranked play works so well there. Here, it does not work. Last year, I can't explain it because I mentioned this to Vic. I don't understand why ranked plays in beta this year when last year it wasn't. It's the same fucking thing. The only difference is you can level up.
There's actually a difference. It's hard to explain, but there's an actual difference in it.
Yeah, you level up. Based upon how well you do, you can go up or down placements.
I mean, that's no different
last
from
year,
before. But they're like
if I qualified, what were they last year? Like competitor, and then there was something above competitor, and then there was like elite or some shit, right?
Yeah.
You got fucking competitor. You stayed competitor the entire freaking time. You couldn't level up. to like the next rank, so to speak.
Unless whenever you did your placement match.
Placement matches. Exactly.
And then, that one placement match determined, okay, well, these 3 days you are in this, and then this, and then this, and then this.
Not that it really mattered. I mean, we were a competitor going up against fucking masters and shit. You know what I'm talking about.
We had it going on back in the day. Dogging people.
Back in the day, Christ, this was like fucking what? Like 10 months ago?
No, it's a little, maybe less.
But either way, ranked play feels off, and we could sit here all day or all night, and
which we're not. Because
yeah. Well, would you let me finish here? Okay.
I'm just.
We could sit here all night and bitch about ranked play, and yeah, ranked play does have some merits. Okay, we can sit here and bitch about it, but the point of the matter is nothing's going to really change. Because Call of Duty listens to the pros before they listen to us, and they don't even listen to the pros. For the most part.
Hopeful wishing that they listen to somebody.
Hopefully with the news that broke yesterday of COD 2024 being delayed, or no, 2023 being delayed. So that means Call of Duty, supposedly it's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is coming out this year. There has not been any confirmation though that it is Modern Warfare 2, I believe. Has it?
Yeah, it's been announced everywhere.
Okay. Well, no, I didn't know if it was speculation or because people were saying Modern Warfare 2 like 2 months ago. So
that speculation ended when I think at the Kickoff Classic when they announced it.
I don't know. I didn't fucking watch it. I watched like a couple of games. I was like, okay, but that means Modern Warfare 2 is going to be the only COD for MP and League play for the next 2 years once it releases. By the way, how's that going to fucking work with the CDL?
I will tell my people to get with your people so they can talk about it. That's behind closed doors.
That's code you don't know.
Yes, exactly. I mean, you made it sound like I had like the behind the scenes type of shit. I was just like,
bro, you're fucking breaking shit to me all the goddamn time. So, as far as I know, you're the one with the fucking finger on the pulse on this operation.
Yes, okay, yes, that is true. I do. I do have. I'm quick with it.
See, the only thing that I could see them doing, if they are going to go and run Modern Warfare 2 for 2 years, all right, year one, here's your maps. They'll obviously GA agreement, weapons and attachments and all that shit, right?
Of course, they have to.
Well, then, year two, all new maps, and maybe GA agreement, GA the weapons again. Maybe rotate something out, rotate some stuff in, whatever like that. That's the only way I see the CDL going 2 years in a row on the same game.
Well, see, this has never happened before, so it's definitely going to be interesting how they are going to handle it. So,
I mean, it's either gonna be that, or, hey, we have CDL this year with Modern Warfare 2, but then everybody's getting extended vacation for next year, for 2023. I don't see that happening. But anyway, I'm ready to move on towards last week's games and all that fun jazz, if you are.
Yes, I am ready.
All right.
Got the first one pulled up.
Let's see. I will go first, if that's okay with you.
I like how you went and counted ahead. I heard that.
That's because I do have a point that I want to make, and I wanted to make sure I got that that game. So, if you want to go first, go first. I don't care. I was just giving you the opportunity to maybe talk about your Atlanta phase and gush over them for a little bit.
Oh, of course, I love talking about my Atlanta phase. Oh my god, the boys like no, I'm like no, I don't care. Bio, go first. I really don't care.
All right.
Jeez.
So, do we need to like mute everybody and have like a levels core war right now? Huh?
I mean, okay. I see something that's fucked. But anyway, we'll talk about this in a minute. Go ahead, just start.
All right, so let's talk about Game 1, which was Friday, February 18th. We had Paris Legion versus LA Thieves. Vic, what did you have?
You had them winning 3-1. I had them winning 3-0 for LA Thieves.
Okay. So, do we need to talk about this? Because, yeah, I had 3-1. I got it right. You still had 3-0.
They should have won 3-0. They should have won 3-0. Pissed that they didn't.
Let me...
They threw away that search and destroy. Is what happened, and they know it.
Wow, they got this all fucked up.
I told you that's what I was about to talk about too. The fact that 57 is not greater than 250 points. Get out of my face. Shut the fuck up.
Look at him, it's like, what?
Yeah, no.
So, all right, let's touch on this here real quick for our listeners here. That was.
They got
that was
60-point clubbed.
That was a ass kicking. Holy God! Like, at the end of that, I double checked my phone to make sure I was seeing that right. I could not that is the lowest hard point that any team in the CDL has made when it comes to Vanguard to date. Holy shit.
That is correct.
I agree with you. I think Thieves totally dropped the ball on Berlin S&D.
Oh, they know they did. They know they did. Because they talked about it.
I mean, are we really surprised about Gavutu and Bocage?
Not really. Not the way that they were slaying that day. No.
At least, Paris Legion got over 100 points and Bocage hard point.
Hey. I guess there's a positive.
So, I mean, I got really nothing else to say on this one. I mean, it played out exactly like we were wanting it to. I wish Paris Legion... I mean, don't get me wrong. I love rooting for an underdog, okay? Even if it would have been like Thieves or I would say NYSL, but they're playing ass this year. Even if it was Thieves or FaZe that Paris Legion would just come out and it'd be a random fucking domination, I would be thrilled because A, it would make great talking points material while doing this podcast, and B, I would feel so great for those guys. It'd be like, way to fucking go. Now that you've seen you can do it, repeat the process. But it wasn't, in my opinion, Paris Legion hasn't done any type of good games except for when they took FaZe to a Game 5.
Didn't they... I thought they took, what's his name? Optic. Did they play Optic? Oh, no, that was never mind. Who was the other team that they went?
It was Atlanta FaZe. That was it. They haven't gone.
That was it?
Yeah, because they got 3-1 by Boston Breach. They got 3-0'd by Optic.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, it was just Atlanta.
Yeah, when I saw them do the 3-2, when I saw them have the 3-2 loss to LA, I was like, all right, these guys, maybe there's something brewing. Maybe they'll, maybe they'll actually start getting their ass in gear and start doing something.
Huh?
Yeah. I mean, it's to the point. It's to the point right now where, you know, anytime a Paris Legion thing comes up, I kind of just want to be like, oh, let's skip it. If it wasn't for the fact that we're keeping score on, you know, who guesses right and wrong. But let's face it, we're both going to guess right when it comes to Paris Legion. So,
Yeah.
you know, I'm sorry if you guys like them. I really do. I really do apologize. I feel sorry because, A, you guys are liking a team that honestly doesn't deserve any type of fucking love right now.
It's struggling for sure.
They struggled the last 2 years.
I mean,
at least last year, I think they got a win by now. Didn't they?
I don't think so. I don't remember. I'd have to look into that.
Because let me tell you, some of the best games from last year were watching Paris Legion play against the London Royal Ravens. Both teams sucked incredibly hard last year, so that made their games a lot more entertaining when they played against each other. But when you watch them play against anybody else, it was kind of a meh. I mean, don't get me wrong. London, they had a couple of good games where, you know, they shocked some people with getting a win or getting a series win and stuff like that against certain teams. But for the most part, they were both kind of crap. So I've got nothing else to really put forth on this one. I mean, it went just like we expected it to, so...
Sorry, I'm looking the stats up for this. But yeah, like, see, even the league wants to give Paris the benefit of the doubt and give them an extra map that clearly doesn't add up. 57 to 250. Again, I'm just saying. They felt sorry. They felt that pity. They were like, all right, you know what? We're feeling sorry for you. We're going to give you this. Like,
or, you know, maybe they're still, like, maybe they're still playing. Maybe they haven't stopped yet. Maybe it just keeps ending in a draw.
Maybe. You never know. And we're just looking at the 57. There's a glitch. It's probably 57 to 25 right now.
There's a glitch in the Matrix, Vic.
Yeah, that's what it is. We figured it out, guys. Cracking news. Breaking news right now. Yeah, that's... Honestly, in my honest opinion, and this is just to go out to Paris, I think they need a whole roster change. I think the whole team dynamic that they have going on now is not...
I don't even know if a roster change would do it. Because they had a complete roster change from last year to this year, and it still isn't working.
Temp was the only one that stayed, I think.
Temp did not start with Paris Legion, though.
No, but he definitely ended with them. But
I mean,
even so,
I think Paris Legion needs from the ground up fucking rebuild. I mean, they should have at least gotten lucky by this point and gotten a fucking win. I mean, Florida is winning. I mean, I'm not going to go into this. It's just going to be another, tangent. We all know how it went. We all are not surprised. I'm ready to move on.
That is true. Okay. Alright, going on to the next one. I could have just done this. Okay. This one is between the Minnesota Rocker and Atlanta FaZe. Bio had Atlanta FaZe winning 3-1. I had Atlanta FaZe winning 3-0. 3-0.
I was close.
I mean, yeah, I was close on the last one, but whatever, Oh, you still guessed correctly on who won.
Yeah.
So, the one positive note that and this isn't, I love Rocker, don't get me wrong, I love Rocker as well. um, Atlanta FaZe Simp. I think this was one of the days that he decided to show up and was like, all right, let me start playing the way I know how to play. Granted, they did play 3 Tuscans and then they would have played 2 Berlins after that, but there's so
Thank you,
much.
FaZe, for curb stomping Minnesota. I did not want to watch 2 Berlins back to back.
Yeah, I mean, you got 3 Tuscans. That's hard enough. It's like, whatever.
Like, don't get me wrong, Tuscan's a fun map if you play it once and then go to something different. But when you watch the same map over and over again, I was like, good lord, I want to take a nap.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's just it got tough. It got tough, real tough. But regardless, Simp looks like he's back in form, which is great for him. I'm super excited for that. So now Atlanta FaZe can slay how they should be slaying. Yeah, and then Minnesota Rockers they just need to keep their head up. They'll find something that will click eventually. So we'll just see what happens.
Yeah, I was hoping far off, like dreamland here, that Rocker would pull an upset on FaZe. I knew it wasn't going to happen. I mean, they almost lost. They almost lost by 100 points in hardpoint. The only thing that saved their ass is 13 freaking points. Tuscan S&D, that was fun to watch. That was a fun game to watch. But, congrats to FaZe. I agree with you. Like, it just feels like Rocker is missing something, and once they find it, they're going to be a next level team.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, the series went kind of like I was expecting. I was honestly thinking S&D was going to be where Rocker pulled the win. That's where I thought they were going to get the 3-1, or get their 1, and then FaZe would mop up on the next 2, because FaZe is badass on respawns.
Mm-hmm.
I think S&D, that's their freaking weak point, dependent upon the team. So, but yeah, I mean, it was a good watch, except for Tuscan Control. That one kind of stunk, but
yeah, it came in and left like that.
So I'm ready to continue on, good sir.
Mm-hmm. Go to the next one.
All right. So is this the controversial deal?
Yes, sir.
All right. So we got a little bit of controversy with this, but first and foremost, let's start touching base with the results. We got Optic versus Toronto Ultra. Optic winning it 3-0. I'm pretty sure me and Vic both got this one wrong.
On both accounts, yes, we did. We both opted for the option to vote for Toronto Ultra, winning. Bio had him winning 3-2. I had Toronto winning 3-1.
So, let's get the controversy stuff out of the way first. I believe it was Shotzi, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Shotzi was using a G8 muzzle attachment?
Gentleman's agreemented. Mm-hmm.
Yes. He was using a gentleman's agreemented muzzle attachment for the first 2 games. Obviously, did it play a part? It's negligible. That sounded right. Anyway, I mean, they were close games, except for that Tuscan S&D. They just got, like, totally trounced.
Mm-hmm.
But the first one went to time. Hardpoint Bocage went to time with neither team scoring over 200 points. So, game 3, Tuscan Control, well, by that point, everybody kind of caught on, and it's a big hubbub right now, or well, was, I don't know if it's still being talked about, but it was a big hubbub because they were like, well, how did he not know that he was using the wrong freaking muzzle attachment? Me speaking from me playing, I couldn't fucking tell you. I couldn't tell you what was on the end of his gun versus what wasn't. But anyway, game 3, Toronto Ultra, 3 of the 4 players went and put the illegal, I'm using air quotes here for, the listeners at home.
A gentleman agreement attachment muzzle. The FH stabilizer.
They went through it on their guns, and they still got the shit kicked out of them. So that's kind of the story right now. Is Ultra's pissed at Optic because one of the Optic players was using an illegal mod or illegal attachment, not mod. My bad. So
words matter, buddy. Words matter.
Huh?
I said words matter.
But that's why I went and corrected that shit, because next thing you know, I'm like, oh my god, somebody on fucking Optic is using a what is it, a Cronus? I think is how you pronounce it.
Yep.
So, but no, speaking from a spectator point of view, I was totally, like, shocked that Optic won 3-0 and, like, beat the piss out of Ultra that bad. The closest game was Hardpoint Bocage. Optic got 197 to Ultra's 184. But the rest of it...
13-point difference between both, so...
The rest of it was 6-2 for Optic on Tuscan S&D, and then 3-1 on Tuscan Control. So, congrats on Optic. I'm really happy that those guys went and kind of shocked the world. It kind of sucks that it was shadowed over by, this controversy, but, good for them. You got anything you want to add to this, Vic?
Okay, so what I've been hearing circling around is that they are planning, I don't know if it's 100% true or not, but to blacklist Optic. Just because of this, so it's like, I can see why at the same time, but at the same time...
for those of us that are not initiated, what is blacklisting?
You can just say, I don't know what blacklisted means, but I will explain. It's okay. It's okay. I will explain.
Listen, I don't need your smart-ass comment. What the fuck is it?
You need to calm down, sir. I will explain in due time, please. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so blacklisted, essentially what it means is teams, so the 12 teams, they scrim throughout the week to prepare for the week event. Blacklisted means you are essentially put that nobody gets scrims against you. Essentially.
That's fucked up.
So you get no practice at all. Some teams agree to this, some teams don't agree to this. And it's like, well, okay. So that's the word around.
That's kind of fucked up in my opinion.
But that's, I think,
You want to know what it sounds like to me? Real quick, real quick here. It sounds like Ultra got their asses beat. They were being heralded as the team that was neck and neck with fucking FaZe last year. They started off this year going strong. They got their asses beat, and now they're looking and bitching and moaning and whining, looking for any fucking excuse aside from the fact that they dropped the goddamn ball. One guy with one fucking wrong attachment is not going to go and get the other team the fucking win. Maybe you can make an argument for that in S&D. Maybe.
Okay, hold on.
Because it's, you're dead, you're dead.
Okay, but if it were any other team but Optic, would the shoe still fit? And that's the major debate. I would stand by what I just said for any other fucking team. It was one guy with one wrong attachment. It was a fucking muzzle attachment. Yes. And do you know what that muzzle attachment does?
Hold on. I'm going to go and pull that up right now. Hold on. So it was the F8 stabilizer, correct?
Mm-hmm.
That was the GA'd item. It gives +2 to accuracy, +1 to damage range.
Mm-hmm.
So a little less bloom, and he can shoot your ass from back of graveyard on Tuscan. From back of graveyard, he could go and cross map you. Big fucking deal.
It's
not going to help. It's not going to help him in close quarters. SMGs are going to fucking wreck his goddamn day. Because not only, you get a +2 to accuracy, +2 damage, but you get a -1 to sprint to fire speed, and you get a -1 to hip fire accuracy. So it's not like he's sitting here running around with like the G28 compensator, which gives +1 to recoil with no recoil control, +1 to recoil control with no negatives. So I stand by it. I don't care if it's Optic. I don't care if it's Paris Legion. I don't care if it's fucking LA Thieves.
How about Atlanta FaZe?
Nope. I'd stand by Atlanta FaZe. The only person I do not stand by, and I will cover that too when we get to it, is I do not stand by Celium and his stupid fucking wall hacking bullshit with that the aim assist. I do not stand with that. That's a bunch of crap. But if fucking Abizi, Simp, Arcades, or Celium for that matter, had the wrong attachment on, and Celium wasn't fucking using that stupid aim assist thing, I would not sit there and condemn them and blacklist them for one guy having a freaking screw up. I wouldn't. I just think that this whole thing is being blown out of proportion and is being made to be such a big deal is because Toronto Ultra got 3-0'd by fucking Optic, who I think up to this point hadn't had a fucking win.
They had one win.
Oh, yeah, last week. That's right. So Optic, who's usually up there, top 5 team? Right?
Depending on the day.
More often than not, top 5 team. And Ultra, who has been top 2, was top 2 last year, and top 3 this year. I think it was what?
Well, they won the Kickoff Classic, so that.
Well, yeah, but the top 3 teams this year
up there.
Yeah, so the top 3 teams this year would have been FaZe, Ultra, and Surge. Those are the top 3 teams right now. And the fact that Optic
would have been Surge is not up there.
Well, we'll cover that here in a minute. Well, LA, it doesn't matter. What matters is the point that Optic came out, they fucking destroyed Toronto, and they're sitting here blaming it on a fucking attachment that one guy was running. It's not like it was the entire team. And let's face it, he took the attachment off. Game 3, Tusken Control. And they still got their asses kicked. And that was with 3 of them fucking running the attachment. If the attachment was that fucking busted and one guy was able to use that attachment to his advantage to get 3 wins, then, or 2 wins, sorry, prior to Tusken Control, then Toronto Ultra should have been able to come out and totally destroy them, running 3 attachments on 3 different guns, run by 3 different players, and they should have gotten that fucking win. But they didn't. The bottom line is, they dropped the fucking ball. They didn't come out to play. They came out to go and get their asses clapped. And now we're going to blame it on one measly attachment on one guy's gun. Period.
So, looking at it from this perspective, you know, and I'm not saying, you know, I agree with it or whatnot, but again, that's also speculation, so don't take it to heart. What I would say is, you know, and I said this to someone last night, I was like, what it comes down to is just winning your 1v1s, you know, in certain situations, in certain map positions, you know, that could, in theory, turn the tide, you know. And I think the casters might have mentioned it, you know, like, maybe he got lucky with a 1v1 and that caused them to win X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, okay, maybe. It's a big if. You can't assume anything in this league. You can't assume anything in life. Like, gotta be certain about it. So I guess my take on it is it's like, okay, well, he wasn't aware of it. I don't know him personally. I don't know how he is. I don't watch his stream. Honestly, I got my opinions about certain players, and something about him, it just doesn't jive with me. He seems like a cool dude, but like to me personally, it just doesn't jive. But that's just personality issues.
Shotzi was Dallas Empire last year, wasn't he?
Yes.
Okay. Continue on with your point. I got something to add to this after you're done.
You said quick though. I mean, like.
Huh?
God, I lost my train of thought. And yeah, I mean, it's okay. They told him, you know, when they took the break between map 2 and 3, to take it off, and he didn't know. All right. Keep it moving.
I think the class got like reset or something like that, so he had to quick go and throw this thing together. And it's really easy to accidentally, you know, hit your thumbstick down one spot too many. And like Vic said, and to reiterate the point, last year, me and Vic could not stand Dallas Empire. We were on a freaking united front. We couldn't stand them. So
well, you couldn't stand him because of Crim 6.
That's because that guy's a pompous ass. I don't care if he is on NYSL. I don't care if he is the Tom Brady of the CDL. He's a dick. I don't like him because he's a dick. He's a good player. I love watching the man work, but he is a dick. So I can like a guy's skills, but I don't have to like the person because he's an ass. Anyway, we did not like Dallas Empire last year. We have no reason to sit here and, you know, back this player just because he's now an Optic. And like I said, you know, yeah, like what the caster said, you know, oh, well, maybe, you know, he won a 1v1 that he shouldn't have. Okay, explain to me Tusken Control then. Explain it to me. Because I don't know what 3 players did it, but I know for a fact it was 3 players because it was reported on after the fact. 3 players ran that freaking muzzle attachment, and they got destroyed. 3-1
2 to 3.
on
2 to
Tusken
3.
Control.
2 to 3 is what I heard. 2 to 3 is what I heard.
I forget that YouTube channel you got me turned on to on Tactical Rob or something like that.
Rab.
I think it's Rab. That's the guy that
Shout
went
out.
and said 3 players.
My guy.
Shout out. But that's the guy that said 3 players on Toronto Ultra for Game 3 ran that muzzle attachment, and they got fucking destroyed. That's why I don't buy this bullshit of, oh, well, maybe he won a 1v1 that he shouldn't have. If that's the case and that attachment's that fucking powerful, it should have been Ultra winning 3-1 or 3-0 or 2-0. It would be 2-0, wouldn't it? Or is it best of 3?
For Control, it's 3.
Yeah, so they should have won it 3-0 or 3-1. But they didn't. It doesn't matter. The fact is, Ultra dropped the ball, they got their asses kicked, and now they're sitting here like little bitches being like, oh my god, we need to freaking find an excuse as to why we got destroyed. They have not gotten 3-0'd in this fashion this year. Although the writing should have been on the wall last week when they almost got freaking destroyed by the Florida Mutineers. I mean, seriously. Let me go pull that up. Hold on a sec here. They won by 1 point on Bocage Hardpoint. They won by 1 game on Tusken S&D. They won by 1 game on Tusken Control. They almost got throttled. The fact is, they didn't show up to play. They came out thinking it was going to be a freaking easy day, and they got schooled. Done and over with. That is not a reason why a team should be blacklisted.
That's speculation. We don't know that for a fact.
Okay, we don't know that for a fact. And if they do get blacklisted, that's complete and utter fucking bullshit. And I don't care if I'm right or wrong or whatnot. Like, I will fucking go and back any team that goes against Toronto Ultra from this point forward. I will fucking pick Paris Legion to beat Toronto Ultra 3-0 every time. I don't care if I'm right or wrong, because I will not fucking support that team whatsoever, because one player made an honest fucking mistake. And you're going to sit here and blacklist him? Fine his ass. Okay, that's fine. That's no different than, say, like NASCAR, where, the crew chief, the team, they get penalized because, a guy on the frickin' pit team forgot to tighten a lug nut. Or let's go one step further. If they alter a part on the car for a type of strategic advantage, whether it's more speed, aero, downforce, who knows? They get busted, they get fined, they get game suspensions, whatever. You want to have a freaking deal? Okay, fine. Shotzi, you're banned, you're suspended for the next 2 games. Or two events or whatever. If it's that big of a problem. But you should not penalize the entire team over one guy's honest mistake.
Yeah, that's why, I think, at this point, they just dropped it. They were like, alright, just forget about it, move on. So, but that's what I heard.
I'm happy to move on. I've made my case, I made my point,
Was that the one map you wanted to gripe over? Or the one match you wanted to gripe over?
No. Okay. No, that one's coming up yet.
Is it the Boston, New York?
Yep.
Okay.
So I remember what I said last week, and yeah. So anyway, we can move on. Congrats to Optic on this one. Ultra?
One thing I will say. Optic, welcome back.
Wish they could have came back in a less controversial way, but yes, welcome back, Optic.
This is They what really shocked me in this whole entire it was the 6-2 win in S&D because their S&D looked crisp in every sense of the
They
word
were
crisp.
popping off. They were
And
popping off
I
hard.
I haven't seen them or Optic. And granted, I know that 3 of these players are relatively new to the team, quote unquote. Um,
Um, real quick, I'm gonna go and get my kids something to drink real quick. I'm bringing you guys with me, but I may or may not cut out. So just so you know.
okay. um, let's see here. Yeah, their S&D did look crisp. Like I said, in every shape of the word, crisp E. Um, just aside they just dropped 2 maps, but other than that, like it was flawless. Like what this is Optic of old, or what you would expect from an Optic team. I think go take it back to what Infinity War. I know a lot of people hate this game, but like Infinity War or even Advanced Warfare or Black Ops 4. Like the team is starting to get molded and like get into shape into like that well-oiled machine that we all want. Because I know a lot of Optic fans out there, and I I was one. I I teeter totter now, so I am an Optic fan here or there. um, but yeah. Anyway, moving on to the next one. Um, is it okay if I move on, Bio? Can you hear me?
Yes, go right
Yes.
ahead.
Okay. All right. So the next one is the Florida Mutineers versus the Seattle Surge. Um.
Can anybody say shocked?
Um.
I think we both fucking got this one wrong.
My data here is incorrect by what it seems like. On
By
any
what?
given Sunday, like holy crap. um. So we both got this one wrong. We both had Seattle winning 3-1 over Florida. Florida said, "Hold my beer. Let me go show you what I can do."
This one, there's a small bit of controversy with this one too.
I don't remember this one, but yeah, that first hard point, the Bocage hard point, 50 points. That's as close as you'll get with these two. And then Search and Destroy was 6-1. Control was 3-1. No contest. I think Surge dropped the ball, slept, or did something. I don't know what happened.
So
So
to touch base in here real quick. Game 1, hardpoint Bocage, Vivid actually lagged out.
oh, then they had to
And then
restart the game.
No, Vivid lagged out, rejoined, but they lost by, I think it was like 13 or 15 points. So then they went and restarted game 1. After it had already been completed, they went and restarted it, and that's where you have your 250 to 200.
Wait, so the match ended, or
Yep.
he lagged out before the match ended,
Yep.
like in the final seconds.
I don't know. They weren't real clear on when he lagged out because everybody, the casters and everybody were kind of shocked. They were like, what the hell? Why are we running game 1 again? They didn't understand. And then it was brought out, oh, Vivid lagged out. But when he lagged out, nobody could really tell.
We're gonna have to go back and watch the VOD on that, because if it is past that 150 mark, that game should not have restarted.
Well, that's CDL's call on that one, I guess. But
Because
that's what happened. Because I was sitting here watching it, and I'm like, what the hell? And then that's when they were talking about Vivid lagging out.
Because see, because last year, if they're trying to implement rules from last year, if it goes past 150, there is no match reset. You play as is, whoever is there with you, that's what you go by. But that's a combined 150. If it's less than 150 combined, then no, you have that option to restart it, or they give you the reset, and you start fresh.
I definitely don't think he was out before 150 because they definitely would have said something like, "Oh, hey, Vivid's not here anymore," whatnot like that. 'Cause we caught them doing that stuff last year, where "Oh, hey, something's not right."
They immediately would restart it.
Yeah. So I don't know if if CDL changed their rulings or whatnot like that.
I don't think they have. But if that's the case, that's iffy.
So, but yeah, that's what happened. They actually played 4 games on what day was this? Saturday, February 19th. Game 1, Game 1 had 3 games in it. I mean, 4 games in it. Sorry.
Interesting. Okay, well, we'll have to look at that and because that should all right. I've said my piece. If it did, it did. If it okay. Anything you want to add to that?
Yeah. Holy God. I couldn't believe that Surge got annihilated by Florida like that. Like, the first game, when it was played the first time, was a freaking sweat fest. The second time it was played, Florida was in the driver's seat pretty much the entire game. Berlin S&D, I was shocked that they 6-1'd Surge. Tuscan Control, I was shocked that they 3-1'd Surge. So, congrats to Florida on this one. Glad to see them bounce back, especially against a team that has been pretty consistently one of the top dogs this year.
Top 5.
But yeah, I got nothing really to add to that. We'll go and see if we can find out exactly when he lagged out, and maybe we'll go and do like a little update for you guys next time when we do this.
Or maybe sometime later this stream. It all depends. If I could find it beforehand.
Unfortunately, I'm out on that one because I don't have my phone at the moment.
I said if I could find it beforehand.
Okay. So I'm ready to move on when you are.
Alright, the next game. I said okay.
Okay. So, next game we've got Boston Breach versus NYSL. NYSL finally gets their first win.
Hold on. I gotta do the scores. Can't just jump in like that. You can't just I'm the one that reads it. Come on, we know this.
I was going to read off the finals and then have you do the predictions before we
No,
go to
you
match
started
breakdown.
talking, rambling about something else. I just wanted to...
No. I was saying they finally got their first win.
Okay,
that's what I said. And then I was going to go and read the frickin' score. And now you're interrupting. Zip it. So NYSL finally gets their first win. 3-2 over Boston Breach. What's the predictions last week, Vic?
We both had these wrong. Wow.
I would like to make a little asterisk here. And I told you last week, if Royalty showed up, we'd be talking a different ball game. And I was right. You told me Royalty showed up. I think you told me, what, Friday?
Royalty showed up. I told you Thursday. I told you the day before. I think it was Thursday when I told you that he should, because he did. No,
it wasn't Thursday because we did podcast on Thursday.
Okay, then. But it was Friday.
Yeah. So, either way, you told me that he showed up, and I was like, God damn, this is going to be a different game. And lo and behold, I was right. So what were our predictions last week?
Well, the fact that we got them both wrong, I mean...
Well, that's because we were banking on the fact that Royalty wouldn't get in so quickly due to, having to have his visas and shit. That's why you should rock MasterCard.
Boston...
That was a dad joke.
Boston won 3-1. Or we had Boston winning 3-1 against the New York Subliners. Obviously, we got that shit wrong.
Yeah. Well, the way the first game Bocage Hardpoint went, I was thinking we might be right. That was definitely a close one. They're not a close one, but that was where I was kind of like, oh well, maybe maybe I was wrong. There was something wrong with the NYSL, but nope. They Boston Breach won that 250 to 181. Then we had Tuscan S&D. That was a close one. NYSL eking out the win 6-5. Then we have Gavutu Control with NYSL getting the win 3-2. Hardpoint goes to Boston 250 to 198. And then I got to touch on this one a little bit. Bocage, S&D, NYSL wins at 6-4. And in my opinion, the only reason why NYSL won that one was because Hydra went off the fucking chain. Do you by chance have that website up that breaks down individual player stats?
Give me a second.
Because I think he had something like 17 and 4.
For that final S&D?
Yep.
Okay, let me take a look. Hydra 17 and 7.
17 and 7. Hydra popped off. Oh my god, watching that guy play, I was like, holy shit, is this fucking, Simper Beezy in here? Jesus, he was going freaking ballistic. I honestly feel if Hydra hadn't had such a dominant showing on that one, I think Boston would have had the win on that. I really do. But I'm happy to see NYSL get the win. And congrats to Hydra on that amazing game of S&D on Bocage. Anything you want to touch on this one?
Just the fact that to win in Subliners need to win a hard point for sure. They need to focus on that, and that's what I think. That's one of the things that I've heard that they were gonna sort out roles and see what some players are gonna be doing and stuff like that. But
quick one too. During the Crim 6 interview at the end of this, we might not have seen the last of Neptune? Question mark.
I heard that too.
So
I mean, obviously he spoke about it, but yeah.
So I do agree with you. NYSL definitely just needs to step up in the hard point department. But let's not steal their thunder here. At least they got a dub.
And dub is a dub.
So at least now they're slightly better than Paris Legion.
Slightly. Ever so
Slightly.
Hey.
But
we'll take it. Congrats to them on that bounce back. So, I mean, obviously this is... We got flashes of what, New York is capable of. Granted, yes, they were close maps that they won, but still flashes. They have potential, so. Anything else?
Nope, I'm good to go.
Okay. All right, the next one is Minnesota Rocker versus the LA Gorillas. Um, the scorecard read Minnesota Rocker 3, Los Angeles Gorillas 2. This one, Bio, you had Minnesota winning 3-1. I had LAG winning 3-1. Yeah, it came down to the wire. Well, to game 5 wire, but not close on that last
Not
S&D.
the wire.
Not the wire as expected, or that clutch factor of round 11 S&D. But congrats to the boys of Minnesota. They won this one. I'm happy for them. Again, that hard point, it's a bit iffy. Like I said, they just need to tweak a few things, and I think they can outslay anybody, or at least match up to like the best. I think that they were trying something different during this game, with as far as roles go, as far as like who was holding point or going out to slay or whatever. I think they changed up on that, on who was doing what in that perspective. I mean, control's always mixy, so, and on Gavitude nonetheless. But still, good job to the boys. LA Gorillas almost got it. Almost got it. So, anything on your end, Bio?
Yeah, I think this is like a clear-cut picture of what I've been trying to get my point across with when it comes to Rocker. This one here, they came out to play. And everything just like clicked. All cylinders were firing on this one. Yeah, they lost that first hard point, but it was at least a close one. Okay, 9 points. They could have buttoned things up or, held or rotated a little bit sooner, watched those crossing routes a little more, and, we might be saying Rocker getting the win on that one. But, I'm happy to see Rocker get this, but this is what I'm talking about, where everything just worked for them. Now you go and look at their previous one, which was against Atlanta FaZe. Granted, it was Atlanta FaZe, but still.
That's not a good example.
Okay.
Gotta go further back.
London Royal Ravens. There we go.
That's also not a good example.
God damn it. Right, hold on. Texas Optic.
That's not a... No. I mean, even
I'm back at the beginning of the month. I got no more.
Seriously?
Yes.
I thought they played a team and like.
I'm looking here. Rocker, Texas Optic 3-2. Rocker, London Royal Ravens 3-1 to Ravens.
I thought they played.
I would think Ravens would. I think Ravens should count because LA Gorillas beat Ravens 3-1.
Yeah, but Ravens is also one of the top teams, like.
And then LA FaZe. That's it.
What?
That's it.
No, say that again. LA what?
I don't fucking know.
Atlanta FaZe. LA FaZe.
Who the fuck cares? It doesn't goddamn matter. All that matters is
location.
It does not matter. Who gives a shit?
It's Atlanta FaZe. LA Thieves.
LA Gorillas, that's what I was looking at, so. But anyway, that was Rocker's competition up to this point. Shut up, Vic. Let's move on, okay? I had fucking diarrhea of the mouth and fucking pronounced the damn state wrong. Or City.
You just, bro.
I corrected myself before you said anything, so let's shut up and move on, okay?
Congratulations to the boys on their dub.
So, as I was saying, look at the previous games here that they've had. You know, some games they went and everything clicked right for them. They went and worked great. Other games where you'd think they were a shoo-in for a win, they got their asses kicked. So, Rocker right now, with the way they're playing, it is a wild card. That, in my opinion, their games are going to be the hardest ones to predict unless they go against one of the top-ranked teams. And, you know, at that point, it's pretty easy to choose. Or if they're going against the bottom-ranked teams, then it's pretty... Anything mid-pack, it's going to be a hard prediction to get right. You know, but congratulations to them. You know, I would like to have seen LAG get that one. But, you know, I just, that team I think is missing something a lot more than what Rocker is. I think Rocker runs better together than what LAG is doing right now. So,
on paper, it reads a game 5. Like on the card, it reads game 5. And the fact that, I mean, obviously it went to a game 5, but like a game 5 round 11 type of deal. With who's on the card, you know, and just LAG is missing something. It's hard to tell, you know, without saying anything else, but, yeah, it's just, once they find it, they'll be in perfect form.
I definitely see them being a top,
T6?
Top 6 team.
Yeah. T6.
I don't think Rocker, especially with the powerhouse that is FaZe, I don't see Rocker, you know, toppling that fucking throne anytime soon. But I don't know. It's just there's just something missing. I don't know if it's, you know, a certain game mode or, you know, certain players, or if it's the freaking franchise in general.
Or it's just like the timing. It's just timing is everything in this game.
I mean, yeah, maybe they need to button up those rotation times a little more. I don't know.
Yeah,
there's just something holding them back.
It could be anything. Like it could be it's anything. Let's just leave it at that. I'm having a brain fart right now, but yeah, it could be anything.
So, all right, I'm ready to go and move on and talk about the Atlanta Thieves and the Toronto Ultra.
Oh my god!
I'm shocked, dude. Can we just skip this? Can we just go and call it a night here? I'm fucking shocked.
Clearly, you are.
I haven't even had a beer yet.
I'm drinking one now.
Damn, that's harsh. You mispronouncing teams is making me drink. But anyway, let's go talk about. All right, here we're gonna lean up close to my TV and we're gonna sound this out.
Okay.
Toronto Ultra versus Los Angeles Thieves. Ah, you said it!
Yes! Hey, he got it right for the first time.
No, you said you said Laos.
I said Los, but okay, whatever.
Well,
I'm the Hispanic.
Oh,
anyway.
I got invited to go play Warzone with another streamer guy that I follow on Facebook.
Nice. Alright, so we'll wrap this up so you can go do that. Alright. Go ahead.
But, let's go touch on this game here. Alright, we had LA Thieves winning this 3-1. And see, this is what I was talking about with Ultra. They got throttled all fucking weekend.
Well, that first hard point, though. That first hard point.
Yeah, that first hard point. But, I mean, it's Bocage, okay? You know, the slaying power for the Thieves is Kenny. He runs a fucking AR. He mains AR. He might. Is he a flex?
Mm-mm.
Okay,
Well,
so Kenny run.
No, he is the flex because Octane is the main AR.
Okay, so Kenny, in my opinion, Kenny is like a dominant AR player. I think Kenny could fucking destroy our cities any day of the week. Okay,
Fighting
I
words.
think he could.
Fighting words.
Fighting words or not, I think Kenny is badass. I think he's one of the top ARs in the game. Okay, and Bokaj, that is an SMG map. Yeah, I mean, you know, you can run an AR and you can have some good points that you can dominate with an AR on, but it's an SMG map, okay? And Ultra, I feel like, you know, when it comes to these smaller maps, they've got the shoe in for a win on that. And they proved it. They came out and they freaking stomped LA Thieves. But look at the rest of the series. Tuscan S&D 6-4. Tuscan Control 2-3. Tuscan Hardpoint 250 to 215. I mean, yeah, it's not like they got totally destroyed in these ones, but you know, they got their asses kicked. So, you know, I just feel like Toronto's having some poor showings, and they're looking like, when it comes to that optic deal, they're looking to blame it on anything and everything. The only reason they can't bitch about anything when it comes to the LA Thieves game is because nobody was running the wrong attachment on their gun. Otherwise, I guarantee you they'd be bitching about that now. So, you know, congrats to LA Thieves. Ultra, I don't know what's going on with them, but, you know, last 2 games, they're slipping. Last 3 games, they're slipping. They should not have gotten put to task against Florida Mutineers like that. They shouldn't have. But they did. So, you know, hopefully come time for the major, they go and figure out what the hell's going on, what's wrong, and they correct it, and they become one of those top 3 dominating teams. But we'll just have to wait and see.
Actually, I hope not.
Well, I say it for the players, you know, I don't want to wish any player a shitty fucking game, except for, you know, Paris Legion. I'm sorry, you know, if we got any Paris Legion fans here, again, I apologize, but they make it too easy to freaking pick on them. And I'm going to fucking do it. I don't care. But, you know, I don't know. Like, it felt like last year, Toronto Ultra, yeah, FaZe was the big kid on the block. And, you know, yeah, congrats to Toronto Ultra for taking them down, but it just, I don't know, it felt like Ultra was just kind of cocky. I can't explain it more than the fact that I feel like they were cocky last year. And coming into this year, that cockiness carried over. And now they're getting slapped around.
Well, granted, sir. LA Thieves, not Atlanta Thieves, is a damn mighty good team, if I don't say so myself. I love me some LA Thieves.
LA Thieves, they are like, this team has turned around from what they were doing last year. I was like, oh my god. You know, last year they were very like hit or miss. They'd have like a great week one week, and then like the next 3 they'd suck ass. You know? So congrats to the Thieves, man. I am so happy to see them doing this, and I'm glad they freaking, you know, clapped Toronto Ultra's cheeks. But still, you know, Ultra needs to step it up. They need to do something. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going on the last 3 weeks, but there's definitely something wrong in that hen house, and somebody needs to figure it out.
Yeah, it's tough for them because, you know, like you said, they're one of the last year at least, one top two teams in the league, and just to get like, granted, not taking anything from like the Thieves or anything, but they just got worked. They got worked.
I mean, I think the best showing the Thieves had was like what during one of the majors where they started in losers bracket with a brand new freaking team with the only player carrying over was Kenny, and they fucking made a run in the losers bracket for like 3 games. You remember that?
No.
It was one of the last majors. Like, they went and totally, like, changed the entire team, and the only player I think that was there was Kenny. And they made they won their first game in losers bracket. They won their second game in losers bracket. Then they went into the third game, and I think that's where they got, like, beat.
Mm.
You know? But, I'm glad to see LA Thieves turning around this year. You know, really happy for them.
I am too. I'm really excited about them and how they're performing. But yeah, it's
I'd really be happy if they fucking beat FaZe. I'd really be happy. Will it ever happen? Probably not.
Why do you always gotta think in that negative department, man? You always be optimistic and be like, yeah, my team is gonna beat Atlanta FaZe.
Alright, let's see. Will Atlanta FaZe beat or lose to LAG on Bokash?
Are you spinning a magic 8-ball or something?
Yes. And outcome not so good. Magic 8-ball is spoken, Vic.
What are we, 2?
Well, you know, apparently I am when I can't tell one city's on the East Coast and the other's on the West Coast.
Apparently, yes. Okay, moving on. Yeah, I got nothing else to add to that.
I got nothing either.
Okay, cool. Moving on. The next game was Seattle Surge and London Royal Ravens.
Oh, did we do predictions on... I don't remember if we did our predictions for LA Thieves, Toronto Ultra.
I don't think we did, but let's go back just in case. You had LA Thieves, or I'm sorry, Atlanta Thieves winning 3-2 to
What a dick.
Ultra. And I had Ultra winning 3-1. So, and Thieves won 3-1. On to the next one. This one's yours, Bio? I think?
No, this one's yours. I did the last one.
Okay. Seattle Surge versus London Royal Ravens. Seattle Surge lost 1-3. We had our predictions were Seattle would definitely lose, but in a 3-2 fashion, not a 3-1 fashion.
So we both were right on this one?
Yes. Nonetheless, we were both correct on this one. Yes.
Okay. Just as a quick note here, I did not catch any of the games on Sunday due to going up
you were busy.
to my parents' place to watch the Daytona 500, so...
You could have just said you were busy.
Well, no, I'd like to give people, like, a reason why I was not sitting there fucking watching it, because if it was, you know, driving in the car, I'd put it on and listen to it, like I do when I'm out in the kitchen cooking or something, so...
Okay. So yeah, this one, not much to talk about, except, London continues just to surprise everybody in how great they are this year, which is something I look forward to. I'm looking forward to their games a lot now, because they have turned it around, and with the whole roster change that they did, and everything that's looking fantastic for them. Um, for them to come out and dominate in the first hard point in Tuscan and win by 51 points. Not bad. That search and destroy though, that 6-1, that kind of hurt a little, but we'll work on that. Or they'll work on that, not me, but they will.
I mean, you can help them by being, fodder.
Hey.
Hey, don't take that as a slam against you, bud, because I'd be right there with you.
Then we had the control on Wk3 3-2. Close. It seems like it was close. I don't really remember these games as much, but yeah. And then that hard point, they beat them by like 109. So Seattle Seattle came out strong in the Kickoff Classic, and that was like what 4 weeks ago, something like that.
Yeah.
And look at them now; they're like struggling. Struggling.
This, I think, is the first weekend that they've had like really big struggles. Let me hold on a sec. I'm gonna go back in time.
I didn't know we had a time machine, but apparently we do.
Yeah, Seattle beat Rocker.
Okay.
Seattle beat Toronto Ultra.
That was a shocker.
This is no contest. Seattle beat NYSL.
Damn.
I'm sorry, they're my boys, and I'm like, that's no contest.
They beat the Boston Subliners. What? Who?
Okay, haha. Joke's over. Move on. God dang. But I mean, they did play some competent teams. They beat Toronto Ultra. I'd say Rockers a pretty competent team this year. I mean, yeah, they have some false starts and near misses and stuff like that, but they beat Rocker. And like you said, the Kickoff Classic. So I mean, I just think they fumbled this week. I don't know what's going on in that camp, but they definitely something's missing.
Yeah.
But I'm not. Like I said, I don't have too much to comment on when it comes to these because I wasn't able to catch them. But congrats to London. I'm glad to see these guys up there in that top spot. Either team I'd have been happy with, but I think London is.
London is second.
London is a little bit more. I'm rooting for them a little bit more just with the rough showing they had last year.
Again, different. Different
I mean,
game.
Seattle Surge. It's not like they put up big numbers last year either, but they weren't having near as rough a time as London was. So,
I mean, they did end up beating like a pretty few good teams last year, but that's last year. This is this year's.
But yeah, it was yeah. So, congrats to them. Glad to see it. I'm ready to go on to this next one here.
Okay. Moving on. Okay. This one we have Optic versus the Boston Breach. Yay! And Optic came out in 1-3-1.
I think this one's mine. Never mind. Continue.
No, go ahead.
Nope. You already started.
You have
You read off the thing. You read off the thing already. Just get going. I'll just do the last one. No big deal.
I was just gonna read the scorecards and then let you go on about your business.
What were the predictions? Optic winning 3-1 was the end result. But what did we predict on this one?
You predicted Optic would win 3-2. Round 11. I did put an asterisk next to it. Meanwhile, I said Optic would win 3-1 for Boston.
Holy, wow! So that Kavutu hard point, that is a close one.
Yeah,
250 to 247. Holy crap!
They, I caught like the tail end of it. and this one it was tough because you could see them like at the end just like fumbling around trying to. They were ego chowing one, two. It was single chow, not double or waiting for the squad or anything like that.
It wasn't a double or a gangbang.
Yeah, it was just like single pushes every single time, and it's like, well, that's not how you're gonna break a point with two or three more people on point.
Yep.
So.
That Tuscan S&D, I love it. When I see 6'5", I love it. I hate the ones where it's like 6'1", 6'2".
Well, it depends on the
a
team.
6'0".
Depends on the team.
No, I don't like it. Depending on no team, I love to see these 6'5s. When it's a close game.
Anything above, like I would say 9 rounds in an S&D is pretty good.
So yeah,
But
I'm glad to see the 6'5 on that. Optic Gavutu Control 3-0.
I think that they figured out how to stack. I don't know if that's what happened in this game or not, but it seems like it.
Was Boston Breach too busy trying to shoot coconuts out of the palm trees?
I don't know. I'll have to ask Methods when I go into his chat later.
Good freaking. Oh my God! Good Lord! That's. I'm impressed. I mean, it sucks that it came at Boston's expense. I mean, if anybody was to get 3-0, again, I think it'd be Paris Legion. But, and that's no joke. I mean, I seriously would think the team that would get 3-0 would be Paris Legion, but holy crap. I kind of wish I would have saw that one. But, And then Hardpoint Tuscan 250 to 181. I mean, not much to write home about there. Obviously not as close as that first Hardpoint, but still
nonetheless, it's
still pretty good.
Yeah, there was a fight.
Kept the other team to under 2.
It's if it's scrappy like that and you can keep like a good team under 2, then it was scrappy enough that you could enjoy it. And I think I would have enjoyed seeing this one. Like if I would have like fully like looked at the game, no interruptions. But that's that. So congrats on Optic on their bounce back, and it all started with that Paris Legion win that they had.
Yeah. So I mean, they were able to carry that momentum all the way through the weekend. So
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm happy to see Optic doing it. I was kind of feeling bad for old Scump there.
Scumper jumper.
With them having such a hard start to the season, but maybe they finally caught on, and we're looking at a different Optic come next week. That's right. They're not doing anything this weekend. So
Right, they got off this weekend.
All right. Let's just get this over with. Kind of like a Band-Aid. Rip it off at one shot. I'm ready to move on if you are.
I am too. I have moved on.
All right. Here we go. Atlanta FaZe winning 3-1 against New York Subliners. What a shocker. Can you hear the surprise in my voice?
I can. It's uncanny.
I'm pretty sure we had, both of us, I think, had Atlanta FaZe 3-0ing or at least 3-1ing. I might have thrown like NYSL a bone and maybe gave them one win. Nope. Okay. Yeah, this one here, I'm not gonna lie. This one here, I was home in time to see.
Yeah.
But I just didn't want to watch it because I know how this is gonna fucking end, and I'm not wrong. Berlin Hardpoint, Atlanta FaZe walked away with that one, 250 to 189. Tuscan S&D, Atlanta FaZe.
This one was mine, but I take her.
6-1. Gavutu Control, NYSL won that one 3-2. Had to have been on. Wow, they outslayed FaZe on Kavutu. Woo. Because honestly, I think that's what it came down to. I don't think NYSL has the chops to take an offensive round win against FaZe.
It's an AR heavy map, and you have like 3 ARs on subliners.
Yeah, but that'd be what, Clay, Krim?
And Hydra?
I thought Hydra was main SMG.
Then if it wasn't Hydra, then it was Royalty.
Either way, yeah, it's a AR heavy map, but I still don't think NYSL could take the win, an offensive round win, not against FaZe. So, but anyway, NYSL won that one, and then we're rounding it off. Tuscan Hardpoint 250 to 190. So, wish you could say. Yeah, I'm glad that I wish you could say NYSL got the win on this one, but not against FaZe. No way. I mean, with NYSL being such low-hanging fruit this year,
They're not as low as some other teams, but yeah, they're low.
Oh my god. If they're like one above last place, Vic, I'm gonna, yeah, they're one above last place. Okay, quiet.
Still, one above is better than no above.
No, low hanging fruit. Paris Legion is the freaking apple on the ground with the worm going through it. NYSL is the branch that's barely above the ground.
Okay.
So, anyway, hopefully there's some changes, because like you said, I think earlier in this podcast, hopefully there's more maps added for Season 2, or what the hell would they call it? Major 2. Hopefully for Major 2 qualifiers, there's more maps added. Some of these teams get together and are able to go and pull things around. Hopefully they make some changes to game modes, like make it based on ticks, not kills, for control. That might actually get people, up and moving, and not, oh, hey, I'm just going to sit back here and on a head glitch and, snipe your ass. So, well, maybe not snipe, but...
Yeah, just gun your ass. Put it that way.
So hopefully there's some changes in the pipeline. I know I've heard some rumors, watching some of these other YouTubers talk about this stuff, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens. You got anything you want to add to this?
Just a very well played maps by FaZe, and I think this was the day that that Simp came out and showed everybody what he was capable of. I think he ended up going. Let me pull out his stat sheet for this day. Simp went positive in the overall series by 3 kills, bringing him positive. It's been a while since he's been positive, so that's a plus for him. So yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, again, with New York, they'll find their groove. Eventually, they'll start clicking, and they'll show us what they are capable of doing, which I am waiting for and hoping that it's something great.
There is one thing I wanted to get your opinion on.
Okay.
Seeing how we're kind of nearing the end of this, maybe transitioning into predictions for round 1 of the major. It's been going around. There's been some suggestions, because what made me think of this was Celium, with him and his little aim assist exploiting. you get caught doing that, you get fined. What do you think?
I'm okay with that.
Do you think it'd be enough to deter these players, or do they make too much money that it's like, drop in the bucket?
Bro, trust me, they want to keep that money because they.
Well, yeah, everybody wants to keep the money, but I mean, you got to look at it. Okay, it might cost me $1,000 today if I go and use that little.
No, it's not 1,000. No, it's not that cheap, bro. Like when they get fined, they get fined.
Well, the example I saw was 1,000.
Okay,
that's why I'm going off of that.
Let's play with simple numbers. 1,000.
So, okay, they go and get fined $1,000, but now they go and all they get is fined. They don't get any round losses. They don't get any major penalties.
Mm-hmm.
Now they go to the major, they win, or they go to Worlds and they win.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure that $1,000 is going to be a drop in the bucket compared to the money that they're going to be bringing in.
But from what I've heard is, instead of it just being a one-time flat $1,000, they're going to keep increasing it every single time you do it.
That would be a good idea.
That's what I've heard, and I'm okay with that. But then you also have to throw in the, oops, I didn't know I had this attachment on. So that also is also covered. Like you can't just say, okay, only because you do this. No, I want everything under the sun to be covered and be like, okay, well if this shit happens, I don't care if you know it or not.
Hey,
it's there.
I agree. Okay, there was a freaking penalty system in place and Shotzi got fined. I'd be like, dude, you should have looked at your shit more. But I do not agree with the quote-unquote blackout?
Blacklisted.
That's not blackout. Blacklisting of Optic because one player fucked up.
Okay, but now we're talking about two separate things.
Well, no. What I'm saying is, if you're going to fucking penalize, okay. Go and put a freaking fine on the son of a bitch. All right? You put the wrong attachment on, $1,000. Or you don't play. If that fine is not...
No.
If that fine's not done...
They can still play, but like it depends on how many maps they have it. That's the more you stack up on it. Like how...
Well, no.
Let's say...
What I'm saying is like, say... where's Optic here? I do not want to go all the way back to the... too far. Hold on here. Let me find an example. Not that one. Okay. Let's say during the Boston Breach game, Shotzi has on the wrong attachment.
Okay.
He gets fined $1,000
per round, or just in general for that series. Because that's what I want to get into.
I'd say for the series because you can't do because not everything's round based.
Well,
so you go run this illegal attachment on.
Okay, hold on. I misspoke when I said round. I meant like each map.
Yes.
Okay, then yes, I do agree with you.
They should have. It should be okay. Kafutu Hardpoint. He had the wrong attachment. All right, $1,000 fine. Tuscan, $1,000 fine. Oh, he corrected it. He has to pay $2,000 by the next. Hold on, by the next day. Okay, so that would be. Oh, well, shit. All right, I used the wrong fucking example. Let's say that Boston Breach Texas Optic game. Let's say that happened on a Saturday, right? And then Optic has a game on Sunday. That $2,000 has to be paid before the fucking game starts. If it's not paid, Shotzi's benched, automatic. Then they have to run with their backup, or they forfeit the freaking game. The series. There has to be real consequences.
Okay.
Not just, because like I said, you got, like, say, Celium. Well, hell, I could go and fucking, I could go and use that fucking aim assist bug. 1,000, 2,000, pays it, and I go to fucking Major, we win that, and now I get 8,000. In all reality, it's 6,000 because I had to pay 2,000 to get here, but it's still 6,000. You see what I mean?
Yes, I see what you mean, but again, with the whole, it would increase every, for at least how I would see it, it would increase every map. That's how I would see it. That's how you deter people from, because, and I think, I'm not sure, I think they get paid at the end of the month, so they get paid once for the whole entire month. And that's not, obviously, they're grown-ass adults, they pay bills, they pay their mortgages, they pay whatever, X, Y, and Z, whatever they pay.
Yeah, it's called budgeting, my friend. I mean, when it comes to the attachment thing,
that's still
correct
fine.
me if I'm wrong. Well, hold on. Correct me if I'm wrong. Can they can switch loadouts and shit mid game, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's no rule saying once you start the match, you're locked into that
loadout class? No, there's no rule that says you can't. I mean, like, look at some of the games that they play in S&D. So your snipers will either run a sniper or they will run an AR. Or
I just thought they picked one up and we just didn't see it.
Nope.
So okay. So here's the compromise, because some people might be like, oh gee, that's kind of steep, fucking charging $1,000 for first.
I don't give a shit.
First infraction. Well, we don't give a shit because we're not in it, but look at it from the pro's point of view. Okay, so first infraction, you get caught, you get a fucking warning. Whether it's the aim assist thing or running the wrong attachment, you get a fucking warning. You do it again in that series, automatic fine. You keep doing it, the fine not only goes up, but let's treat this like fucking the court system. 3 strikes, you're out. Boom, you're done. And if you're in the middle of a freaking series, well, now your team either has to try doing it with 3 people, or you got to forfeit.
But see, that's when they would add the whole substitution rule and bring in their substitute.
Well, yeah, like I said, they could bring in their substitute. But if their substitute's not there, like, say the substitute's sick, or, the substitute, it doesn't matter. Because, let's face it, say 2 people on Optic. I hate to sit here and pick on Optic like this, but we're going to do it anyway. No, I like Optic. But, let's say we got 2 people on Optic, Shotzi and Scum. They do this, and, they've got a backup, but now they're both frickin' benched due to, cheating, breaking of the... Well, see, what I think needs to be done is I think the CDL needs to stop with this fucking GA agreement, and it needs
That's between players, though.
What it should be is it should be the frickin' CDL. Then there'd be none of this fucking, oh, well, I accidentally put on the wrong attachment, my bad.
I didn't
CDL
know.
CDL should be the one coming out and being like, here's the guns that you're going to use, here's the attachments that you're going to have access to. You can run any of these attachments, and you're done. Everything else is banned, blocked, you can't use it. Because you don't see NASCAR teams, or, you don't see, let's go with something a little more closer to you, you don't see F1 teams, or the fucking
Formula 1.
New Orleans Saints or something. You don't see these guys striking fucking gentlemen's agreements with other pro teams, do you?
No, because that's not a thing.
It's the organization. It's the organization. And NFL, F1, NASCAR, they're the ones that set the fucking rules. What you can use, what you can't use. Yeah, you can tweak around with the numbers about, like if you want more...
Yes, but you are forgetting that they don't care about competitive as much.
I'm not forgetting about that. This
Everything
is where...
runs through the pros that goes to a mediator who talks to the big heads, and then they're like, okay, whatever.
Well, no. See, this is where the CDL is fucking up. They want to sit here and put this stuff out here. They want to sit here and have these teams go out here. They want to have these teams put on good showings and all this stuff. They want these pros to be the highlights for this game. Well, then, you need to get up off your asses, Bobby Kotick, and all those fuckers at Activision. You need to get up, and you need to start paying attention. You need to start laying down the fucking law. Not just sitting by, collecting your fat stacks, and brushing everything else under the frickin' rug. I have never once seen a competitive league, race teams, anything. I've never once seen where the organization leaves it up to the teams to decide what gets used, what don't get used, or what doesn't get used. This is where the CDL needs to step up, and they need to be like, look, we're the ones running the frickin' show here. Here's the deal. And that's it.
No, that's easier said than done, Bio. That's a lot easier said than done.
How is it easier said than done?
Because that would mean that they'd actually have to care about what they're putting out as a game.
Well, no,
and
no, it doesn't.
They don't.
What? No, caring about what they put out does not matter when it comes to following the rules. It doesn't. How hard is it to be like, oh, hey, here's your list of guns, here's your list of attachments. Each team, go ahead and build whatever the hell you want with the attachments that are allowed. It has no the state of the game has no what's the word I'm thinking of here? Has nothing to do with what the pros are allowed to use and what they're not allowed to use.
Okay, if they want to make it as competitive as possible, the pros do. They want to make it as competitive as possible.
Okay.
If the company, right, says, here's your list, and yet that list isn't, like, let's say out of the fucking random blue they added shotguns to competitive and dual barrels and all this other crap. That's not competitive anymore. It's more, well, you might as well just go play casually MP.
No. You're not going to sit there, and the CDL is not just going to sit there and be like, oh, we're going to unlock shotguns for the pros to use this week.
Well, back in the day.
We're not talking about back in the day. We're talking now.
I'm just saying, history repeats itself.
We're talking now. You get ARs, you get SMGs, you get frickin' handguns, and you get fucking snipers. Yeah, we can lock snipers down to S&D only. I'm fine with that. But every team has well, that's what I'm saying. Every team has equal footing. You can use whatever frickin' gun. You make a frickin' piss poor choice. Say you got a Beezy running an MP40, and you got Scump running. Jesus Christ! Hold on, I'm actually fucking looking up an SMG here. You got Scump running the Sten. It's Scump's fault for choosing the inferior frickin' weapon. He thought he could make it work, and it ended up costing him. That's no different than, a football team picking a play they think is going to do them good, and it's going to end up costing them the game. Or a NASCAR team choosing the wrong setup. It's no different.
Okay. 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 That's fine. How are we going to do this? How are we going to do this for next week?
I don't know. Honestly, I mean, as much as I'd like... Oh, shit, I'm in the Kickoff Classic. My bad. Honestly, I'd be okay with just skipping it. I mean, the more I sat here and thought about it, I mean, we'd get to do predictions for the first one, and that's it. And then the rest of the freaking weekend is, you know, Jesus Christ, that's a lot of Call of Duty. Holy God. I just realized how long that's going to be. I'd say that we could just skip predictions on this one. We could just do predictions for qualifiers until we could find a better way to handle do predictions for the major.
That sounds like a plan to me.
Because I mean, it's almost like we'd almost have to be sitting here streaming it and doing commentary while watching it to be able to do predictions for, like, say, whoever plays Rocker on Friday. You know, because the only other way I'm seeing it is we go and break down every possible, you know.
We don't have time for that.
Well, you couldn't even do that because after the first round in losers, who the freaking hell knows who's going to be where?
Exactly.
You know?
But I will say this. I don't know in what order they're going to come in. Whether one's going to be in losers or one's going to be in winners or whatever. Well, obviously one has to come from either or. It's just the team, I don't know either winners or losers, but I'm going to have in my grand final this for next week, LA Thieves and Atlanta
versus
FaZe.
LA FaZe.
Yes.
Yeah, I think LA is definitely going to be one of those top dog teams during this one here. As a quick note, here, I'm just going to list them off real fast. The upcoming games, kind of tell who's in winner's bracket, and then I'll let everybody know the other teams and losers, which shouldn't be too hard, but you never know. So Thursday, March 3rd is when Major 1 kicks off. First game is London Royal Ravens versus LA Gorillas. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised to see LAG up in the winner's bracket. I didn't think they did anything too spectacular this year, or so far this season.
I think they got in by wins or something. It's map wins or something like that. I don't remember.
No, they clearly have 7th.
Okay. Top 8 teams go to winners. That's why.
But anyway, hold on here. I accidentally backed out. Let me pull it up here. But anyway, then game 2 is Atlanta FaZe versus Boston Breach. If we were doing predictions, that's FaZe all day long.
We're not doing predictions, so you're just reading them off.
I said if. Game 4 or 3, sorry, is LA Thieves versus Toronto Ultra.
Game 4. Optic
Game 4, Texas
Seattle.
Optic. Yep. And then our loser bracket consists of Rocker, Subliners, Mutineers, and Legion. So, here we go to kind of wrap things up. What game do you think is going to be the most entertaining on Thursday?
LA Thieves versus Ultra.
Yep, I'd have to agree.
I think that's the marquee match too. So
Unfortunately, this doesn't tell us, or it doesn't tell me what I'm looking at. So
No, it doesn't tell me either, but I think that's what that one is going to be.
I'd have to say it's going to be a toss-up between LAG and Ravens versus LA Thieves and Ultra. Those two, I think, are going to be the ones that are going to be the fighting tooth and nail. FaZe is going to just dominate, and Optic and Surge. The way Surge has been going lately, I think Optic's got that one in the bag. But yeah, I think it's going to be a toss-up.
So as we were doing our that's pretty much it. And then whatever happens in the losers, it's gonna come down to Friday. So we'll see then. But sorry, not to cut you off, Bio, but I gotta say this real quick. As of 5 hours ago, it was reported that Paris is pursuing Gravities and Jimbo to replace Decimate and Fellow on Paris Legion.
I have no idea who those people are.
Obviously they're amateur players. I don't know much about them. But like all teams or like everybody, they've been up there a couple of times to like top M teams and stuff. So.
Well, hopefully that's the key and gets Paris Legion to be not the butt of every joke that I make.
Hopefully, at least change it to, I don't know, Florida or something. I don't know, whatever. I want more surprises. This is what I want.
Yep.
Like the London.
I mean,
London is a big surprise, and like 4-1, top 2 team.
I would. You want to know what the biggest surprises are for me this year? There's 2. London being a powerhouse like they are, and New York sucking ass like they are.
I think you discussed this before already.
I don't know if I did or not, but as a quick side note while we're kind of wrapping up here, unless I hear different from you, I'm going to go into the assumption that we are not going to be having a podcast next week. There's not going to really be any new info unless we're going to do it Thursday after those matches.
No, we're definitely not going to do it after those matches. I'll let you know about that. I'll let you know. Because I'm thinking of doing something else to spice our little podcast here. Oh, just a tad bit. Just a tad bit.
I love it when you keep me in suspense. Oh.
No.
Anyway,
no.
That's just gotten a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, it did. Oh, Jesus.
I'm ready to sign off for the night. I gotta get my 2 youngins to bed. Hell, one of them's, I think, falling asleep on the floor. Here, we got one other thing we gotta touch on, and that's the rankings. I'm just going to go right down the list. I'm not going to do points or something like that. It's just going to be however the CDL has them ranked. So number 1, we've got Phase 2, London Royal Ravens, 3 LA Thieves, 4 is Optic, 5 is Seattle Surge, 6 is Ultra, 7 is Los Angeles Guerrillas, 8 is Boston Breach, 9 is Florida Mutineers, 10 is Rocker, 11 is New York Subliners with their first win. Sorry. And then Paris Legion with their big old goose egg. So that is the standings leading into Major 1. Do these get reset or do they carry over into Major 2?
They carry over.
Okay.
Because it's going to be a cumulative score at the end. The top 8 teams will make it to the grand final. The championships to the grand championship. I forget what they call it.
So, on a quick side note here, the team skins have finally been released.
Or have they?
Yep, they have. They are $9.99 USD.
I wonder if it's in Modern Warfare. About to check.
They look sick as hell. Downside, and this is what surprises me. Okay, so you know the Call of Duty League Run It Back pack that they had?
They
remember that one?
Them here. Yeah.
Okay. That one comes with every operator has access to that Run It Back skin. Here, it looks like the only operator that has access to it is Wade. The Wade operator. So, you know, there's some operators that I can't stand based on like their MVP highlight, like little cinematic things, or I don't like the way the character model looks. And so, like, if I wanted to go and run like Polina, well, now I'm screwed because now I have to freaking run Wade. I think it should have been the skins should have been able to be equipped to any operator that you want. Obviously, do I think DLC operators should be in that argument? No, because you know they're DLC operators. It should have been every mainline operator that was there from day one. So that's just my 2 cents on that real quick. But otherwise, the skins look sick. I love them. The gun camos suck ass, but it's better like than last year's.
It's the same. If you look at the detail of like the actual camo, it's the same thing. It's just inverted colors of the teams. That's all. I think it
looks better than last year's.
I think it's better than last year's. No offense.
But still, it not by much. But you also get so you get a home skin and away skin. You get the weapon camo.
A watch.
You get a
charm,
watch. A charm.
Sticker.
You get a sticker.
Calling card. An emblem.
Yep. So you know that's what all comes in those. They're $10 a pop. I believe that if you go and buy these, money goes straight to the teams. Correct?
I believe so. Yes. I'm not 100% sure. I will double check on that. But yes, from what I've heard, that anything that you buy CDL related goes to the team specifically. That's what I heard last time I heard.
Minus like that Run It Back pack.
Yeah, that's just
I mean, even if it is like 50-50, you know, 50 goes to, you know, the developers and the studios and shit, and 50% of it goes towards the teams. You know, you go and buy these skins, the teams get money. You want to support your teams, you want to rep them. This is the way you go and do it.
You know, I'm sorry to cut you off, but you know, just because like I'm showcasing them right now. I kind of want to get a couple of these. I'm not gonna lie.
Like let's see here, just based off of like my quick look, I would have to say my top 4 favorite skins would have to be LA Thieves. Theirs is freaking sick. I love their. I'm going over, not separating, you know, home skin or away skin or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's LA Thieves.
Okay, let me.
I'd have to go with
here.
Dallas Optic.
Optic Dallas.
It's Optic Texas, but you know.
It's Optic Texas, whatever. You know what I mean.
Anyway, it's Optic. They'd be number 2.
Nah, I'm not feeling it.
Number
go ahead.
3.
This is your pick. This is your pick, not mine. I'm sorry. Sorry about that.
Number 3, I'd have to go with Rocker. And number 4, this was a tough one because I'm bouncing between
New York.
Nope. Atlanta FaZe. Hold on, I'll explain why. Atlanta FaZe and Seattle Surge. The
What?
reason why, hold on, the reason why I'm not like totally digging NYSL is the same reason why I don't like the Los Angeles Gorillas. Is looking at those, it makes me think of those like the champion sports jackets we used to have back in the day.
Oh, shit.
You know, I don't know. They just don't look good. They don't. Not to mention, I also like having, bright colors and stuff like that. And yeah, NYSL, they do have like some yellow on the arms and stuff like that. But it's mostly black and white with a hint of yellow. Whereas, like, look at Optic. It's like bright fucking green. White and black.
It's Optic green.
It doesn't matter. It's bright. It looks good. Optic. Now, whether it's tactical or not, that's a different story. But, but yeah. So the team skins are out there. Definitely worth the pickup. I think it's worth the $10. That way you can go and support your teams. So definitely go and give those a check out. Beyond that, I don't think there is anything else really to touch on. What you got? Anything, Vic?
Yeah, if I can say my top 4 picks.
Oh, go ahead.
I mean, unless he just, I don't know. Seems you just want to leave me by the wayside. Feelings aren't hurt.
After this one, though, we should do wrap up because my kids are definitely trying to fall asleep on the floor.
Oh, no, yeah, we'll wrap this up real quick. Alright, so my top 4 picks are Atlanta FaZe, 1. LA Thieves, 2. Minnesota Rocker, 3. And these are not in any order by the stretch of the imagination. I just love the colors. I love the way they look. And to round out my top 4, I would say the London Royal Ravens. I like that scheme on their skin. It's pretty dope. Those are my top 4. Those are the ones I would pick.
The Ravens are a nice one. That is a very nice one. I don't know. There's just something about it that turns me off. I don't know what it is exactly, but
those are the 4 that I'm gonna end up buying. So,
I mean, don't get me wrong. Paris Legions, to throw them a bone, I guess. Their color scheme's pretty good. I do like that red, orange, and black look. Kind of very, like Tampa Bay. And whenever I see the Florida Mutineers, I'm thinking, is that Dan Marino? But
Miami Dolphins.
Yep. So, I mean, they all look good in their own ways. If you want to go and support your teams, like I said, go for it. It's definitely worth it.
For
sure. So yeah. Oh, hold on. We should probably let people know if they go to look for this shit. What you're going to want to do is go over to the store when you're in game. I don't know if you can buy them from the PSN. I didn't look. I will here in just 1 second. But you go into the store. You go down to franchise store, and just scroll down, and they're all right there.
Excuse me. Yes, that's
and
exactly.
And then
they have a little tab that says CDL on it, and that's where you can buy them.
What are you talking about? I'm in.
In the store, they have like their own section, CDL.
Oh, they do in the store. Okay.
Yeah. So.
That's what I was just going to go and check. So, but yeah, I wish we had a creator code that we could plug in here to, kind of feels awkward talking about the store and not being like, put in hashtag stuck 'em for.
Why not?
Creator
Let's
codes.
do it. I mean, just I don't know if that's gonna do anything, but why not? Or add what's yours? Biohazard.
Biohazard 247.
There you go. Or you can support him. Either or. It's okay.
God, I wish we'd get fucking creator codes, man. Oh, good lord.
You just make up. Let's go with it. Run with it. I don't.
But after we shut everything down here tonight, my good friend here will go and upload the video to YouTube. Feel free to go in. I don't remember if I asked this last week or not. But I know you can go into YouTube, go into the comments section. You got any questions, thoughts, comments, concerns, ideas? Drop them in there. Love to hear from you guys. If you can you leave comments on old videos on Twitch?
Just straight DM.
Okay. Well, you can, DM Vic here if you want. I think is that what you go by under Twitch? I don't remember.
Stuckum. I changed everything to Stuckum.
Okay.
Except my YouTube. That's my actual name, which kind of sucks. Because long story short, it's job related, and I ended up switching everything to Stuckum on my YouTube, which then correlated that with my email, and I sent off my resume with Stuckum as my email address. I still got the job. Don't get me wrong. I still got the job, but
you probably caught him off guard with that damn fucking email address, and they were like, "I like this guy. He's ballsy."
I was like, "Yeah, sorry." Then I quickly switched it, and then I forgot to switch it back. But yeah, we'll make the transition over there.
But no, go into the comments section. Feel free to comment. You don't have to necessarily, if you've already caught us tonight, just drop in, say hi. We'd love to hear from you guys. Until next time, though, if you're ready to wrap up here, I'm good to go.
Yeah. Just any thoughts, concerns, criticisms, or whatever you want to drop, please drop it all. Let us know what you think, like he said. So, thank you for everyone who's joined us, and you all have a fantastic night. Catch you next time. Bye.